Hello, Verblingites. My name is Holly, and I'm here to help you with your English. And today we are going to go over extreme adjectives, or this evening, or this morning, or this afternoon. Wherever you are in the world, you're welcome to come in and study extreme adjectives with us. We're going to basically start out by just looking at some words and then practicing them, and then just just looking at these words and how to use them. Then we'll read an exercise and try to figure out how to use this a little bit more, and then we'll have a discussion at the end. So that's the plan for today. So looking forward to you all coming and so forth. So hi, Mauro. How are you today? Hello, Mauro. It's nice to see you here today. And maybe your microphone will start working a little bit. You hear an echo?
Morning, teacher.
Hi.
Morning. I hear like an echo, very well, but I hear you like a repetition, like a record. Oh,
Okay, so you're hearing me twice?
yeah, I see you twice. It's very strange.
That is strange. We'll see if everybody else says that, then I have a problem. So I will log out and log back in. So yeah. So
At the moment, no, but I hear you repeating the same phrases.
I did. I did. I believe I did do that. So hi, Anna. Yeah, Mauro. Because I didn't know if you heard me. So hi, Salvador. Hello, Daniel.
Hi, teacher.
Hi, Bajak. It's nice to see all your friendly faces or your friendly pictures today. Augustine, I think you're new for me. Welcome, welcome. So let me remember where you all are from. Salvador, you are from Spain, right?
No, teacher, I'm from Italy, Milano.
Italy. I'm so sorry. Okay,
No, no problem.
Mauro is from Spain, right? Okay, and then Daniel is
Hello.
Colombia. You're from Colombia, right?
No, I'm from Spain.
Okay, so I'm getting everybody
It's my
confused.
first time with you.
Oh, are you? Okay, so there's another Daniel that is like
I know him.
that is from Colombia. Mauro, do I sound strange to you all? Is my audio clear? Mauro says that I sound like a record. Is there an echo?
Yeah, I'm from Spain, but I carry on with listening to you with echo.
Uh-huh. Yeah, maybe you can log out and log back in and see. So Anna is from Spain, right, Anna?
Hello, how are you?
Really good. How are you today, Anna?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. How do I sound? Do I sound okay? Am I okay? Okay. I assume since you are not saying anything, I'm fine. Başak is from Turkey, but she's living in the U.S. right now. And Augustine, where are you from? Okay, his phone just started ringing. So, anyway, so it's nice to see you all here. So let's go ahead and get started. Today we're actually going to do vocabulary exercises, and along with that we will try to practice the words and use them in conversation. Okay, the topic, is that better, Mauro?
Good morning, teacher.
Morning.
I'm fine now.
Oh,
I hear
good.
you very well. But later, early. It was very strange because I hear you repeating constantly the same phrases.
Oh,
It's,
wow.
it's a,
Wow.
it was very strange, but
Very
I'm happy to be here.
good. I'm glad that it worked out. I had a class, I think it was earlier in the day, where one of the ladies, had perfect sound for the first 40 minutes. And then the last 20 minutes, there was this big, huge sound that we had to mute her. And at first we could hear her, and then it started getting worse and worse and worse. And then at the end, we couldn't hear her at all. So, but it happens sometimes. It's internet connections or whatever. So, all right. Well, let's go ahead and get started. Extreme adjectives. Okay, let's talk about what these words mean first. Can anybody give me an idea? What is an adjective?
A word that we can use for to describe a person or a thing.
Yes. So a descriptive word to describe a person, place, or thing. Perfect. Extreme. Does anybody know what extreme would be?
Extreme, it could be something very good or very bad. It's extreme.
Uh-huh. Exactly. So it's on one extreme to another. Okay. A lot of times one of the places that we see the word extreme a lot is when people are talking about extreme sports. Do you guys know what an extreme sport would be?
Something like very dangerous, snowboarding with Alp,
Uh-huh.
Alpes. I don't know the pronunciation of Alpi,
We we say Alps. It's snowboard.
Alp,
Yeah,
Alps,
snowboarding in the.
Alps, snowboarding. Yeah, no,
Uh-huh.
something like that.
Or doing 5 marathons at the same time or something. Yeah. Okay. So extreme sports. So we've got extreme adjectives here today. So we're going to systematically go through a lesson. First one, let's look at the following adjectives and put them into the correct categories below. It's either extremely good or extremely bad. Okay. So let's start out with Salvador. What can you choose a word that is extremely good?
Yes. Extremely good, brilliant,
Brilliant, exactly.
brilliant,
Brilliant. I'm going to go ahead and write this. And brilliant.
brilliant.
Okay, so that is extremely good. Okay, and Bashak, could you choose a word that is extremely bad?
Excuse me, are you sharing a document?
Yeah, can you not see it?
No.
Can everybody see it? Everybody else?
Yes, I can see
Awful.
the document.
Yes, in the main screen. No?
Okay.
Okay. Somebody can go on
Okay.
ahead of me.
Okay. And also, just to keep in mind, on this lesson over here, down here, you can actually download this right here, and it's in a PDF format from the language school I got this from. I went ahead and cut and pasted it into a PowerPoint just because it's easier to see. So you can follow along by downloading the PDF from the page where you join the class. So, okay. All right, so let's go to Daniel. Can you say something that is extremely bad?
Awful.
Awful. Exactly. Awful. Okay. And Augustine, what is something that is good?
Okay, fantastic.
Fantastic. Yes. Exactly. Okay. And by the way, I'm writing with my mouse, and I'm not very good at it yet. So, Anna, what is something that is extremely bad?
Dreadful.
Dreadful. Okay.
Dreadful.
Dreadful. And Mauro, what is something that is extremely good?
Extremely good. Well, dreadful, fantastic, wonderful.
Wonderful. Yes. And as soon as you said that, I thought of the song "Wonderful Tonight." Who sings that?
No, 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 I
Uh,
don't know.
there's a song called "Wonderful Tonight," but I can't remember who sings it. Oh well.
Well,
So okay, so something that is extremely bad. So we've got this one, this one, this one, and this one. So Antonio, what is something that is extremely bad?
Extremely bad, for example, terrible.
Terrible, exactly. Okay. Okay, I should have just drew lines there, but okay. And Anna, something that's extremely good.
Extremely good. Mm, fantastic, wonderful, terrific.
Terrific, yes. Terrific. Okay. And Augustine, what is something that is bad?
Horrible.
Horrible. Okay, that's the last one in this category. Horrible. Okay, and then the last one is brilliant. Is good. So that's a positive word. Okay, so question for you guys.
Brilliant is at the beginning of the series.
We said it at the beginning. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right. I was wondering why there were more than one. So horrible. Okay, so thank you. So let's ask Daniel. Daniel, can you tell us something in your city that is fantastic?
The cathedral.
Okay, tell us a little bit more. What?
We are a fantastic cathedral.
Okay, we have a fantastic. We have a fantastic cathedral. Okay, excellent. Okay, welcome, Ake. Augustine.
Yes, hello.
Welcome. Augustine, could you tell us something about your country that is awful?
Okay. The politicians, for example.
That's my country too. Do we live in the same country?
I think it's common for more countries.
Okay. I think so. Salvador, tell us about something in something about your job that is wonderful. And if you don't have a job, your former job or something like that.
No, I have a job.
Okay.
In my job, wonderful is when I have to talk about with customer because I work in a shop and I like to have a good relationship with customer.
Okay.
And
Excellent. Thank you.
talk about together.
Yeah. So you enjoy the customer what we would say the customer interaction about your job. Excellent. That is very good.
Thank you.
All right. Bashak, can you tell me something horrible about your short time here in the States? She's doing an exchange program here.
transportation is absolutely horrible.
Uh-huh.
And in United States,
Okay. And why do you suppose that is?
um, if you don't have a driver license or if you don't have a car, you can't reach anywhere.
Hmm. That is absolutely true. You can, and in some communities, if you're in a big city, of course, you can take transportation. But if you're in any large city and below, no, you can't. Or you might be able to go during the day, but not in the evening and stuff like that. So yeah, that is something that is actually awful about the U.S. Anna, could you tell us something that is terrific about see about your family?
Terrific. I I have absolutely terrific granddaughter.
Oh, awesome. And how old is she?
Sorry?
How old is she?
Yes, she has 10 years old.
Okay, so she is 10 years old. Okay.
She is.
10 years old. Awesome. So she is terrific. Awesome. Okay, let's see. Antonio, could you tell us something dreadful about uh, sports in your country?
Dreadful. Mm, well, mm, I don't know, but recently a sportsman have died with a sport called something like wingman or something like that, and it's very it's very extreme sport.
Uh-huh.
It's you put on a suit with
Suit?
with wings, and you go down from the top of a mountain,
Uh-huh.
and it's very dreadful.
Yeah, what is that called? Can anybody remember what that would be? I think it's paragliding.
Uh, no, it's another
It's not
another sport.
paragliding. Okay, but it's something similar. And just for a new word for everybody, a sportsman can also be called an athlete. And I wrote it in the chat, athlete. So that is terrible. That's awful that somebody died by. Did their machine stop working? So, all
The
right.
the problem is that they want to in this sport they want to fly very near to the trees or the rocks, and
Uh-huh.
it's extremely dangerous.
Extremely dangerous. Okay, excellent. Okay, and then there's another word for that. Something that is extremely dangerous is also called perilous. So if you have, if you're in a boat and it's very very dangerous, then it would be perilous. So let's quickly. I'm going to go over this real quick. If you haven't already read this, if you want to make an extreme adjective sound more extreme, you can use the word absolutely. So absolutely brilliant or absolutely dreadful. But you cannot use absolutely with ordinary adjectives. For example, you could not say absolutely good. Okay? It's either absolutely brilliant, absolutely dreadful, absolutely terrible. Awful, you wouldn't say that with that one, but all the other words you could. Okay? Let's go on to the next page for this. Okay, what we're going to do here is we're going to match the ordinary adjectives on the left with the extreme adjectives on the right. Okay, so let's start with Anna. Anna, can you choose a word and match it with the other word? And I will draw a line.
Number 1, please.
Okay.
Okay. Tired, match with exhausted.
Exhausted. Okay, so if somebody is exhausted, they are very, very tired. So they're extremely tired. Okay, excellent. And Mauro, can you choose a word?
Yeah, hungry with starving.
Hungry with starving. Okay. And Bashak.
Dirty, furious.
No, furious actually means very angry.
Yes. Filthy.
Filthy, yeah. So if somebody is filthy, it's very gross. It's disgusting. So, all right, Augustine.
Okay. Crowded,
Huh?
I think can be huge. Is
No,
very big. No.
huge is very big. Yeah.
Okay. Crowded is when something is with a lot of people.
Yeah. Mhm.
So packed.
Yes. So a lot of times, and I'll write this on the chat. A lot of times, people will say, they packed us in like sardines.
Yeah.
Sardines.
In the metro.
Yeah. Okay. In the metro, yeah, you're packed in like sardines. Metro, subway, tube, wherever. It's during rush hour. Exactly. Is it okay? Is it true that in Japan they have people that push people into the subways,
Yeah,
trains?
maybe in Tokyo area. I watched the YouTube video and I experienced the rush hour. It's hard, yeah.
Oh, really?
Sometimes I heard the grass block because of the people's pressure, or pencil inside the bag block because of the people's pressure.
Wow. Can you imagine having a job where that's your job is you push people
That's
into the
why
place?
I don't want to leave Tokyo area because
Yeah.
some people commute 2 hours, or
Really?
that means 4 hours in total in a day.
Wow.
So it's very
That's
hard.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. All right. Daniel, could you choose
Angry,
one? Uh-huh.
angry, furious.
Angry goes with furious. Perfect. Okay. And I've forgotten who I've asked. Antonio,
Yes.
can you choose one?
Small, I think, match with tiny.
Small and is tiny. Okay, excellent. And Salvador,
Big, huge.
big is huge. So we actually pronounce the H in this one. Huge. Okay,
Huge.
perfect, perfect. And then Augustine,
Okay. Hot with boiling.
boiling, yes. And okay, cold is
Cold is freezing.
freezing. Okay. And the last one, Mauro,
Yeah, tasty and delicious.
delicious. Okay. Okay, question for you about this one. Is everybody familiar that you can use hot and boiling for two different ways? First of all, you can talk about hot food or boiling food, right? The water is boiling water. But what do you mean if you say that you come into your boss and you say, we have a hot prospect. Anybody know what that means in business English? In the company, we have a hot prospect.
That means positive?
Yeah.
Kind of business is booming or something.
It's very positive. Melro wrote it down. He wrote a good prospect. Basically, somebody that maybe they met and they're ready to sign a contract today is a hot prospect. And that's very good for companies. Okay, what now boiling though the extreme adjective, if you have a customer or if you have a husband or a wife who is boiling, what are they?
They are very furious.
They are very, very furious. Yes. So boiling and hot have several meanings here. Okay. All right. Let's go on to the next one. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to complete the email below with the extreme adjectives from page 1. More than one answer may be possible in some cases. Okay. So greetings from Tokyo. Okay. Now, since Ake, you are, at least you've been to Tokyo. Has anybody else been to Tokyo? Okay, so you are the expert because you've been there, right?
Ah, yes.
Okay, so we'll see. You'll see. Tell us if this is actually correct. Okay.
Okay.
So so let's go ahead for the first one. This city is. Let's have everybody read a sentence or two. Augustine, why don't you read the first one and see if we can together. Let's figure out the words. This city is.
Okay.
What?
I have to use the adjectives from we used before.
Yeah, if you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
This city is, for example, can be amazing, but there isn't.
Yeah, so this city is, what is the word for very big?
Huge.
Okay, so this city is huge.
Okay.
Okay.
I can definitely see why it's the biggest metropolitan area in the world.
Okay, and Salvador, could you read the next one?
Okay. I spent most of the day traveling on the subway, and I completely
I'll help you out by writing the first letter.
crowed. No.
I'm slowly writing it down for you. And it means tired.
Exhausted.
Yeah, so I'm completely exhausted. Okay. Mauro, can you read the next one?
Yeah, the trains are so packed.
Packed. The trains are
packed.
Yeah,
packed.
Good. Excellent. Okay. Yes, and then could you finish the sentence?
Yes. Especially during the rush hour.
Okay, excellent. Daniel, could you read the next sentence?
Yes. There are even special employees who push passengers in so that the doors can close.
That is so amazing. Okay, Bashak. Yes, Daniel?
There's a video on YouTube, you can see it.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
I'll have to check it out. So, Bashak, can you read the next one?
People say that the city's high population adds to the summer heat.
Okay.
And I can tell you that it was absolutely boiling today.
Yeah. So it's absolutely boiling today. Okay. And Anna.
But unlike other large cities I've visited, which can be absolutely filthy, Tokyo's streets are extremely clean.
Perfect. And I like how you put absolutely filthy. So I'm just going to write the filthy though. So absolutely filthy. Very good. Antonio, can you read the next one?
Yes. And now I'm back at the hotel. I'm staying at one of Tokyo's famous high-rise hotels. Continue?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can.
The view of the city from my window is simply I don't know.
Okay, what is a real positive word that you would say?
Okay, could you repeat, please?
A real positive, what is a real positive word you would say about that?
Sorry, I don't understand you.
Okay, no worries. Yeah. I'll type it in. What is a really positive word or a good word? A good word you can say about the view.
Amazing.
Amazing. That's the one I thought of actually. Is around my window is simply amazing. There's other words that it would work with. For example, terrific, wonderful. Can you guys think of any others?
Can we say
Fantastic.
Fantastic. Yes. Yes, Bashak?
Can we say for this sentence tiny?
The view of the city from my window is simply tiny. No. How would you say that? You would say, when I looked, looking down on the city, I saw a bunch of tiny people, or because I was so high, or something like that.
I thought like this way because he's staying at one of the Tokyo's high-rise, famous high-rise hotels. So
Yeah. Yeah, and the actual sentence would not work for that. It would only work for these other words, but for tiny, it would have to be like tiny people or tiny buildings. Like when I'm in an airplane, I look down and I see tiny buildings. That kind of thing. Okay, next one. Mauro, can you read the next sentence?
Yes. The next sentence. Anyway, I must go now. I haven't eaten all day and I'm absolutely starving.
Yes, perfect. Starving. Can you think of another word for starving?
Hungry. I'm
Hungry?
hungry. Yeah.
Okay, absolutely hungry. Can you guys think of another word?
Another word for starving.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm typing it in the chat now.
Exhausted or tired or what?
No, famished.
Famished.
That's might be a new word for you guys. It just a word that I thought of. So I'm absolutely starving is perfect. You can also say I'm absolutely famished. And half the people might not know what you're saying if they're foreigners, but most native speakers would understand that. All right, Bashak, could you read the last sentence?
okay. I'm going to have sushi at this small restaurant across the street. I have heard the food there is delicious.
Okay, delicious will work. And can you guys think of other words that would work for that?
Fantastic.
Fantastic. Any others?
Terrific.
Yep. Anything else?
Tasty.
Tasty, yes.
Delicious.
And wonderful. So delicious, wonderful, terrific, fantastic, amazing, tasty. I heard the food there is awesome. That might work for some people. So, okay, now let's first of all, Ake. Based on this reading, would you say that this is quite accurate for someone's experience in Tokyo?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know the cleanness. Yes, so but yeah, probably I heard many people say the city is clean or something like that.
Huh? Okay, so that's one that you're kind of not sure about.
My image of Tokyo, developed happened here later than Tokyo. Some Tokyo buildings old.
Uh-huh.
It sounds dirty to me, but anyway,
Okay. So
not so many garbage on the street, I guess.
okay, I see. So do you live in Osaka?
I live in Fukuoka, kind of southwest Japan.
Okay. Okay.
Very close to Busan,
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the port where you go to Busan.
Right.
So have you been to Busan?
I want to.
Okay.
It's very close there.
Yeah.
I want to go there. Yeah.
Okay, I lived in Korea for 2 years and I never went there. It's like and also I lived in Finland for 11 years and I never went to Russia. What was I thinking? So anyway, let's go ahead and on the bottom it says work with a partner, but actually we're going to work together. And what I'd like you guys to do is take in turns to describe a place you have visited using extreme adjectives. And does anyone want to volunteer to go first? Any volunteers? Oh, I get
me, for example.
I was going to choose you. How funny, Anna. Awesome.
For example, and the last place I went to that was absolutely wonderful, was Disneyland in Paris.
Okay, tell us more. Why did you think it was absolutely wonderful?
Because we enjoyed the fantastic attractions, wonderful spectacles, all things that I've seen was amazing. The characters and the cuisine local. It was a terrific travel.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. So,
Thank you.
So has anybody else here ever traveled to Tokyo? Not Tokyo. Disneyland, Paris.
I traveled to Paris, but it's not the same opinion. But Asap visited the Disney World. I visited Paris. Well, I was there for working, and the city is filthy. It's absolutely filthy. The people are so rude, and well, I have a pretty bad adjective about Paris. For example, the train was crowded, packed, boiling, and so on. Well, I find Paris very, very, well, absolutely dreadful city. Well, I didn't like it. I didn't like it.
I had a similar experience when I went to Paris, but when I went to Paris Disneyland, I had a good experience, but I didn't like Paris for the things that you described. So.
No, but I think, and the people, the citizens of Paris are very rude.
Uh-huh.
But rude is a very well. I don't know an adjective to describe the bad education of the Parisians. Well, I'm so sorry if a French people is connecting right now on the chat, but you can punch me over and over, but it's my idea about Paris.
Yeah. So you can.
I'm polite, Daniel. Thank you very much. I'm
Actually,
polite.
Daniel, that's not the right word. It's actually impolite.
Yeah.
So polite was right, but we don't say unpolite. That's a common mistake made.
Impolite.
Impolite and usually if there's a a difference between un and im, usually if it has a p, it always starts with p. So. Okay, and thank you very much, Mauro, for sharing your experience with Paris. Anybody else have something? Augustine, do you have a city experience traveling?
Yeah, I was recently in Oporto. It's the capital of Portugal. I was the last Easter, and it was very amazing for me because it's a city with a big history. The city, I don't know, 400 years ago, there was a big terremote, I think. When the earth is moving, what is the name in English?
When the what is moving?
Yeah, when earthquake.
Earthquake. Oh, the earth is moving. Okay, I didn't hear that. Yeah, that's an earthquake.
Yeah.
So there was an earthquake when you were there?
No, I think 300 years ago.
Oh, 300 years before.
I think I said Porto, but it's Lisboa. I was confused. And it's an amazing city.
Excellent. Thank you very much. All right, Bashak, tell us about one of the cities that you've been to.
I visited Orlando. I went there, Disney World. It was absolutely fantastic, and I felt like in a dream, in a cartoon. I felt like a cartoon character.
Oh, really?
Yes, it was so wonderful, but I was so exhausted because I tried to finish all the Disney World just in a day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If you are, I want to say to my friends, if you are planning to go there, you should spend there at least 3 days.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
It's
Is
so huge.
Is that the same for Disneyland in Paris? Anna?
Sorry.
Bashak said that she was in Orlando at Disney World, and one day is not enough. You need to be there for 3 days.
Yes, I agree with Basak, because we were during 4 days. It isn't enough. Although we have worked all day into the park attractions. We didn't have enough time to see all kind of attractions that are there.
Okay. Thank you very much. All right, Salvador, do you have a city that you want to explain or to describe?
Yes, the last place that I visited, I went to Transylvania in Romania. in my opinion, the place it was wonderful because there are many castle and there are medieval city, for example, Brajov and Sigiswara, where Dracula was born, and uh, I didn't think that the people is amazing and polite. The food is very good. I like the food because they have many kind of soup that is delicious. And when I spoke to Romania, I'm very enjoy because I realized that they like many Romania can speak Italian because they like speak Italian.
The word
Yes.
castle. Thank you very much. I put some feedback back in the chat. The word castle is the T is not pronounced, and that's there isn't really any rule like there is for some words. So, all right. Yeah, Antonio, did you explain the city?
Yes, I went to London.
Uh-huh.
I think that is a terrific city. Um, Not only for their monuments that they have a lot of them, even though even for the people. I before I traveled there, I thought that London people was very aware and were very distant, very free people, and helpful, and pleasant. But to me, it was a change in my mind when I was there. All the people, well, most of the people I knew was very friendly, very helpful with me
Mhm.
with me and
Excellent.
my wife.
Excellent. Yeah, and did you notice that the London city center is actually full of foreigners?
Yes, Spanish people, for example, when I went, there were a lot of Spanish people because it was a holiday days in
Uh-huh.
Spain.
Uh-huh.
It's at the beginning of December.
Uh-huh.
London was plenty of Spanish people.
Mhm. Excellent. Yeah, and that's one thing I noticed. Even the workers are many people there to practice their English so they get a job. So, uh, okay, have you talked about a city?
Yes, I've lived in a small town close to Atlanta for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that small town is atmosphere is nice, very peaceful and laid back atmosphere, and the people there are friendly and yeah, they are very helpful to me. My roommate or I stayed in a university dormitory as an
Mm-hmm.
exchange student. So yeah, university staff, professors or the roommates, yeah, very friendly. And not only the roommates, when I walk down the campus or street, sometimes on the street, people say hi to me. I
Yeah.
think that I don't know, is this same as in other United States?
It's around.
Yeah.
It's the same. In fact, when
Uh-huh.
when my dad traveled to Finland to
Mm-hmm.
see me, and it was a wonderful trip because it was about 6 months before he died. But he came to see me, and he would see anybody on the street, and he'd say hello,
Yeah.
hello,
Okay.
and In Finland, people do not talk to strangers.
Yeah, yeah, same here. Japanese don't talk to strangers. So,
Yeah,
but I think it's a good opportunity to
yeah. Well,
meet people.
at his
And yeah.
at his funeral, one of his friends stood up and said that one day they were walking down the street and he was my dad was saying hello to people and my friend said, "Do you know them?" And he said, "No, but I might one day." So
Mm.
I want to be their friend. So yeah. Anyway,
Uh,
go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry, when I eating alone in a cafeteria in a university,
Uh-huh.
so almost always some people ask me, uh, can I sit down here eating
Uh-huh.
with you? I
Uh-huh.
think it's a very good opportunity to meet people or to know the people.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's a good custom there.
Yeah. That and
Mm.
it is very very good. And I would say that that is true. True about my country. Okay, so now we're going to go to another page, and bear with me a moment. What I'd like to do is start with Daniel. Did you get a chance to describe your city or a city?
Okay, shortly. Uh, it's a city called Avila near my city.
Uh-huh.
It's a mid-age city with a huge wall, rock wall around the old city, and there's a amazing cathedral too, like a old castle, designed like a old castle. And if you are starving, you can enjoy a delicious big steak, about 500 grams, is the specialty food in this city.
Okay. I just want to go over a real quick pronunciation. Okay, I believe you said you can enjoy a steak, right?
Steak.
Okay, this is what I heard. I heard stick.
Ah,
So,
okay.
so you have to go steak, steak,
Steak.
because
Steak.
you can, if you're hungry, if you're starving, you can enjoy a delicious stick.
Steak.
Steak.
Okay.
So, yeah. So excellent. Thank you. Let's go into the next one. On this one, what I'd like you to do, one person to start, and I'd like you to choose one of these things to ask somebody else in the class. Bashak, maybe you can start. And then if you don't want to ask any of these things, then you can just go to free and ask your own. So, Bashak, could you choose one of these things or even this one and ask somebody?
First, I should say that. Okay, Antonio, I want to ask you a question. Antonio, can you hear me?
Yes, but very little, very
Uh,
low, very low.
can you describe your job using extreme adjectives?
I'm sorry, but I, I, I am an employed nowadays.
So
So I'm
how about
looking for a job.
your first job?
And my
Yes,
first
first.
job, well, my first job was mm, was very exciting because I wanted to do my best. Well, exciting is not the properly word. Uh, I work as an engineer in a installation firm, electrical installation firm. Uh, I only worked there for 5 months. Perhaps it was it was I was excited because it was my first job, but really the job was very very boring job because I only have to control the workers in order to make the installations as good and as soon as possible. So perhaps it was very boring. Um,
You mean it's so exhausting?
Exhausting, yes, more or less, because a lot of hours in the job. What job?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Holly?
Hello?
Hello?
We don't hear
Okay.
you.
You know
Okay.
what? I put my
Are
I
you
put my
there?
I put my headset on mute and I've been saying Antonio, Antonio. Okay, Antonio, could you
Yes.
choose a question and ask somebody? And remember, this isn't in question form, so you can say, "Can you describe your first job?" or something like that, or "Would you?" Okay. So choose one of these.
For example, Mauro, could you describe your favorite city using extreme adjectives?
Hi, my favorite city. Oof. Uh, well, okay. I will speak about Dublin with extreme adjective. Well, Dublin is an amazing city. I was there, I think 10 or 11 times. Uh, I think the people are very, very friendly. Um, the humor of the people is very good. Uh, the food is delicious. Well, sometimes that I went there and walking all around the city, I feel so starving and angry. But I I ate there a fabulous steak. Is it right? A steak.
Steak. Yeah, you said it right.
It's the Irish meal is fantastic, and an absolutely fabulous beer. Oh God, a Guinness or a whiskey or a gin in the south in Cork, for example. Well, it's my opinion about Dublin.
Okay.
I think Dublin, the Irish people in Dublin is very, very quite similar to the Spanish, to the Italian. It's very strange because it's more or less it's like British, more or less. It's not British,
Yeah.
but are very, very quite similar to the south of Mediterranean people.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, and thank you all for your participation in class today. I hope you learned a lot of some new words, and were able to practice your English to develop your fluency. Um, so thank you very much, and everyone. It's 3 in the morning here in Idaho, so I'm heading to bed. Bye.
Bye bye. Thank
Bye. Have a
you.
good night.
Bye. Bye. Thank
Bye.
you,
Bye. Have a
teacher.
good day.
Bye.